In a quiet village surrounded by rolling green fields and soft morning mist, there lived an elderly woman named Grace. She was not wealthy nor powerful, and she rarely spoke loudly enough to be noticed in a crowd. But everyone in the village knew her for one simple reason: her prayers. Every morning before dawn, Grace would sit on a small wooden stool beside her window. She would open her old Bible, place her hands gently together, and whisper her prayers into the stillness of the morning. She never prayed for luxury or greatness. She simply prayed for peace, for healing, and for strength for those who were hurting. The villagers often saw her as just a quiet old woman. But Grace believed something deeply in her heart. No prayer is ever wasted when spoken in faith. One season, a strange sickness began to spread through the village. People grew weak, children stopped playing outside, and fear settled into every home. The doctor did what he could, but medicine was scarce and hope was fading. One night, as the wind howled softly through the trees, Grace sat by her window as she always did. But this time, her prayers were heavier, filled with tears. "Lord," she whispered, "if you can use me for anything, let it be for their healing. Let this village not lose hope." She prayed long into the night, her voice barely louder than the breeze. The next morning, something unusual began to happen. A child who had been too weak to stand walked outside holding his mother's hand. Then another villager felt strength returning. Day by day, the sickness began to fade, slowly but surely, until the village was restored. No one could explain it fully. The doctor called it unexpected recovery. But the villagers had their own understanding. They began to gather near Grace's small home, not to praise her, but to pray with her. She would smile gently and say, "Don't look at me. I am just a reminder. The one who listens is always near." From that day forward, the village changed. Fear no longer stayed long in their hearts. When trouble came, they no longer panicked first, they prayed first. And Grace, the quiet woman by the window, became a living reminder that even the softest prayer can carry the strongest light, and that faith, even in silence, can heal what fear could never touch.
Moral lessons from the power of a simple prayer. Never underestimate the power of sincere prayer. A simple prayer offered with faith can bring hope, comfort, and positive change. Faith can overcome fear. When the village was filled with fear, prayer and trust in God helped restore hope and courage. You don't need to be powerful to make a difference. Grace was an ordinary woman, yet her faith inspired an entire community. Kindness and concern for others matter. Grace prayed not for herself, but for the well-being of those around her. Hope is strongest in difficult times. Even when the situation seemed hopeless, Grace continued to believe and pray. Humility is a great virtue. Grace never took credit for the healing, she pointed others toward God instead of herself. One person's faith can inspire many others. Grace's example encouraged the villagers to pray and trust God together. True strength is often quiet. The soft-spoken woman had a powerful impact because of her unwavering faith and perseverance. Community grows stronger when people support one another. The villagers united in prayer and hope, creating a stronger and more caring community. Miracles often begin with simple acts of faith. Small, faithful actions can lead to extraordinary results that touch many lives. Main moral: even the simplest prayer, spoken with genuine faith and love, can bring hope, healing, and light to people in their darkest moments.